One small step for man. The evening descended, bringing with it that particular quiet that often encourages deep thought. For a certain individual, whom we shall call the planner, this quiet time was usually filled with mental lists. Very, very long mental lists. The planner was a person of grand ambitions. Not always grand actions, mind you, but certainly grand plans. His mind was a bustling city of ideas. He wanted to learn a new language, 7 of them, ideally. He yearned to write a novel, a sprawling, multi-volume epic. He dreamed of tidying his entire living space, to a level of minimalist perfection rarely seen outside of architectural magazines. Every night, before bed, he would mentally review his progress. Did I master enough French today? He'd ask himself. Did I write a chapter? Did I finally organize that cupboard? And more often than not, the answer was no. Or almost, but not quite. Or I got distracted by an interesting documentary about ancient pottery. He would sigh. A heavy, existential sigh. All these magnificent plans, all these wonderful intentions, and yet, the mountain of things to do seemed to grow rather than shrink. He felt perpetually behind, like a tiny boat trying to row across an ocean of infinite tasks. He'd see others on the internet, their lives seemingly perfectly curated, their progress charts always pointing upwards. They were fluent in 3 languages by lunchtime. They published novels before breakfast. Their homes looked like museum exhibits. And the planner? Well, the planner was still trying to decide which foreign language podcast to start with. Honestly, the sheer pressure of perceived productivity. It's like everyone else has a secret instruction manual for life, and you just got the blank cover. Not me, of course. The planner. My very ambitious friend, the planner. One particularly frustrating evening, after a full day where his grand plan to conquer email had resulted in merely deleting a few spam messages, the planner sat slumped in his chair. He had outlined his goals for the next day: revolutionize kitchen pantry, begin coding masterpiece, achieve enlightenment. It was a lot. And he knew, with a sinking feeling, that tomorrow might be just like today. He looked at his notebook, filled with meticulous lists and colorful highlights. All these aspirations, so neatly organized, and so rarely completed. He thought, is this progress? Is this actually helping me move forward? Or is it just a very elaborate way of feeling constantly insufficient? And the answer, of course, was a bit of both. The planning was a good start, but the pressure was overwhelming the actual doing. So, the planner decided to try something remarkably simple. He took out a fresh piece of paper, and instead of writing Master French, he wrote, learn 1 new French word. Instead of write novel, he wrote, write 1 sentence. Instead of revolutionize kitchen pantry, he wrote, straighten 1 spice jar. The tasks looked tiny, almost comically small. He felt a moment of resistance. But that's not grand. That's not revolutionary. But then, a different feeling surfaced. A quiet sense of possibility. These were things he could actually do. Right now. Or tomorrow. Without needing to clear his entire schedule or summon superhuman willpower. He thought about the vastness of the ocean. You don't cross it in 1 giant leap. You cross it 1 stroke, 1 wave at a time. And each stroke, no matter how small, moves you forward. So, the planner, my perpetually striving friend, decided that perhaps, sometimes, the truest progress isn't found in the biggest leaps, but in the smallest, most consistent steps. It's not about being perfect, but about being persistent. It's not about conquering the entire mountain in 1 go, but about enjoying each little step up the path. And as the planner drifted off to sleep that night, the overwhelming lists faded from his mind. He didn't dream of finished novels or perfectly organized pantries. He dreamed of tiny, satisfying victories. Of learning a single new word. Of writing 1 good sentence. Of a perfectly upright spice jar. Each little effort, a gentle push forward, adding up to a journey he could truly enjoy. So, if you ever find yourself overwhelmed by all the things you want to do, all the grand plans and ambitions, remember the planner. Remember that sometimes, the most effective way to move forward, and certainly the most peaceful path to sleep, is to focus on just 1 small step. 1 tiny, achievable thing. Because every little bit of effort, no matter how small, counts. And that, in itself, is a truly grand achievement. Sleep now. And celebrate the power of 1 small step.